Travis Kelce is one of the highest paid NFL players in the league. He makes approximately $29 million a year playing for the Kansas City Chiefs. With his net worth estimated to be over $60 million, he can afford to buy just about anything he wants. His father, Ed Kelce, was a former college football player who later became a coach. After the divorce, his father married another woman named Roxy, while his mother married a man named Mike. Even though his parents were no longer together, they all remained close and co-parented Travis and his two brothers. In 2020, Travis signed a 4-year contract extension with the Chiefs worth $56.5 million, which made him the highest paid tight end in the NFL. He has won 1 Super Bowl with the Chiefs and is widely considered to be one of the greatest tight ends of all time. It was not easy growing up for Travis because his father was a strict disciplinarian and pushed him hard in everything he did. Well, living in a big mansion with your family can be fun, but it also comes with its fair share of responsibilities. You need to make sure that you have enough money to pay for all the utilities and that all the repairs are done on time. His name was Blake Bishop, and he had no connection to Travis whatsoever. But why would someone do such a thing? He had probably seen Travis' massive mansion and assumed that it was filled with expensive items that he could sell for a lot of money. Unfortunately for Blake, he was wrong. The only thing he managed to steal was a pair of shoes and some shorts, which were probably worth a few $100s at most. Was it because he was scared? She had been following the news coverage of the incident closely and was worried about her son's safety. Most places that Travis looked at either didn't have enough security or were too far away from his workplace. And if that wasn't bad enough, the media circus that followed him everywhere made it almost impossible to find some peace and quiet. She knew that Travis was a high-profile target and that there was always the possibility that someone else could try to break into his house. This way, Travis could be close to his work and his family could stay safe. But it wasn't all bad news. He recently purchased a brand new mansion in Miami Beach, Florida. We're sure that his kids are especially excited about the pool and hot tub, which are perfect for cooling off in the hot Miami weather. Eventually, they settled on a $34 million mansion in Miami Beach, Florida. And most importantly, if you want to be updated on the latest net worth videos, then you should consider subscribing to the channel so you won't miss any new videos. See you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned. We wish him all the best in his future endeavors and hope that he and his family enjoy their new home. The $34 million property has 10,000 square feet of living space and features 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, and a 2-story library. Well, it makes sense when you think about it. Travis is obviously a big star in the NFL, and he enjoys the finer things in life. Miami Beach is known for its beautiful weather, white sand beaches, and Art Deco architecture. It's also home to some of the best shopping, dining, and nightlife in the country. So it's not surprising that Travis would want to make his home here. There's also a movie theater, game room, and wine cellar on the premises. The silver lining was that Jason lived in a much bigger house than Travis, so was plenty of room for everyone. So she suggested that he and his family move out until they could make their home more secure. Not really. In fact, he didn't even think about moving out until his mom suggested it. However, he recently had to make the difficult decision to move out of his house after it was broken into. Although he didn't feel unsafe in his neighborhood before the incident, he decided to move out as a precautionary measure. According to Travis, he had never felt unsafe in his house before the incident and didn't see why he should have to change his lifestyle because of a crime that had been committed. The answer, unfortunately, is pretty simple. It was all about the money, but sometimes things can go wrong despite your best efforts. But these tough times helped Travis mature at a young age and become a better athlete. In fact, he tried to justify his behavior by claiming that Travis was a millionaire and could afford to lose a few items. He's now behind bars and will have to wait until 2026 to be eligible for parole. As for Travis, he's moved on from the incident and continues to live his life as normal. However, he did make some changes to his home security in order to prevent future break-ins. This didn't do much to sway the public or the media, however, and Blake soon found himself facing serious charges. The amount of planning that went into the heist was staggering. The intruder had clearly studied Travis's home and knew exactly where to strike. They also knew exactly what to steal, which made it clear that they were specifically targeting Travis. He was held at gunpoint by a burglar in his own home. This must have been a terrifying experience for Travis and his family. Thankfully, nobody was hurt during the incident. But it was enough to scare Travis straight, and he decided to take action to protect himself and his family. His mother, Donna Kelce, worked as a public school teacher. Who broke into his house and why? However, they did not release any further details about the incident. News of the break-in quickly spread around the league, and fans were shocked to hear that someone would target one of the NFL's most recognizable players. On November 15th, 2021, police officers responded to a call from Travis's home in the suburbs of Kansas City. When they arrived, they found that a window had been smashed and several items were stolen. The most shocking part of the incident was that the person who broke into Travis's house had been holding a gun. Luckily, Travis and his family were not home at the time, and no one was harmed. Travis grew up on a farm outside of West Seneca, where his family moved when he was 2 years old. He has two brothers, Jason Kelce and Jamison Kelce, both of whom also went into professional sports. Jason plays center for the Philadelphia Eagles, and Jamison is a retired defensive end. But did you know that he was forced to completely move out of his house? Why did this happen? What was so dangerous about it? Let's find out. He attended the University of Cincinnati, where he played tight end for the Bearcats football team. After his junior year, he decided to forgo his senior year and enter the 2013 NFL Draft. He was selected by the Kansas City Chiefs in the 3rd round, 63rd overall. Since then, Travis has become one of the most dominant tight ends in NFL history. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we tell you all the latest news about the richest people in the world. In today's video, we are going to talk about the famous NFL player Travis Kelce and how he was forced to completely move out of his house. If you want to find out more, then stay with us until the end of the video. Also, before we start the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more amazing videos, and let's get started. On June 28, 1989, Travis Michael Kelce was born in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. When Travis was just 7 years old, his parents divorced. In high school, Travis excelled at both football and basketball. However, he chose to focus solely on football in college. He has been selected to the Pro Bowl 8 times and is a 4-time first-team All-Pro. But what does all this have to do with him being forced to move out of his house? In Travis's case, he had a scary incident at his home in 2021, according to reports. So what exactly happened? The police released a statement saying that the investigation was still in its early stages, and they were following up on several leads. At first, it seemed like just another celebrity home invasion. But as more details emerged, it became clear that this was no ordinary crime. It was later revealed that the man who had broken into Travis's home was a complete stranger. Blake was desperate for cash, and he thought that Travis's house was an easy target. Despite the fact that he was caught, Blake showed no remorse for his actions. In the end, Blake was convicted of burglary and theft and sentenced to 5 years in prison. But why did Travis move out of his house? However, his mother was not so sure, and that's when the real problem started. Finding a new house to rent was not easy. In the end, Travis and his family decided to move in with his brother Jason in Philadelphia. However, it looks like Travis won't be staying with his brother for much longer. Overall, it's a pretty impressive spread, and should give Travis and his family plenty of space to roam. But why did he choose to move to Miami Beach? We're sure that he'll fit right in with the other celebrities who call Miami Beach home, including LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Gloria Estefan. As you can see, Travis Kelce is a very successful NFL player who has achieved a lot of success in his career. After the incident, Travis and his family stayed with his brother Jason in Philadelphia while they looked for a new home.